This video is part 3 of our series on how to lower or flatten a vaulted or cathedral ceiling. And what you're looking at here is a hallway. It's about 36 inches wide with 2x4 ceiling joists and pressure blocks. And it's quite simple to construct. You're going to nail a ledger to the walls, and I'll leave that up to you if you want to remove the drywall for something like this. This is actually something I did. I didn't remove the drywall. I nailed it on there, and I was good to go. And you can see the pressure blocks there. They are going to be the blocks in between the ceiling joists, and some people want to pressure block every single bay in between each joist. That's fine if that's what you want to do, but this is fine. This is a standard construction practice that I've been using for a long time, and so have a lot of other carpenters and home builders. You can see we got a block in between two ceiling joists, and then there is not a block in the next bay, and you're simply going to toenail the ceiling joist to the ledger, and this puts enough pressure, kind of that's where the pressure block comes in. And we actually use these, I used this method for years for my stair landings. You know, the stair landings were rarely more than 48 inches wide, and we pressure blocked everything, and they're still standing up there. So and here's another picture of again, just kind of showing you how they were nailed. I mean, it is kind of pictures worth 1,000 words. You guys get extra pictures in there once in a while because I know they make a difference. You know, sometimes you can just pause the video and take a look at what's going on and actually get something that I haven't mentioned. Now, the pressure block system works good, I think, on ceilings, let's just say 8 foot and less, that aren't going to be carrying a structural load. Just the drywall. 2x4 would probably be fine. If you're going to build an 8-foot ceiling, it's going to be 8 foot wide. You want to go with 2x6. That's probably what an engineer would recommend. And I think you would be fine with that. 2x4s, let's just say less than 6 foot, you would probably be fine with. But again, this is just my speculation. You know, I don't want you to build something you're not comfortable with. And kind of as a general saying, as a do-it-yourselfer, if you're not sure whether to use a 2x4 or a 2x6, what's it going to hurt? It's going to cost you a couple more dollars to go to the 2x6, and you're going to be safe. And I'm saying that if you're not going to contact a structural engineer. If you contact a structural engineer, obviously they will provide you with all of this information. But if you're going to do something on your own, then you know, it's kind of like you're not sure. Go to the next size up just to make sure, and that would apply to these ceiling joists also. Last but not least, this is probably the most common method for attaching ceiling joists to a ledger used in the construction industry by structural engineers, and there are a variety of reasons why that makes sense. And of course, it is the joist hanger attached to a glue-lam beam here, holding up the ceiling joist. And I just wanted to provide you with a picture of this. It is a common practice, and there are plenty of pictures available on the internet. So if you are going to have a ceiling, let's just say it's going to be a little wider than 8 foot, then you might want to use the joist hangers instead of the pressure blocks. But there you have it. There's two ways. Obviously, I spent more time on the pressure blocks because it's not a real common method of construction, but someone emailed me a question. I hope this video clears it up for them, and hopefully they can make a choice if they're not going to call a structural engineer or have something engineered. And again, there's a lot of kind of benefits. You contact a structural engineer, they draw something up for you, and you don't have to lose any sleep at night worrying about whether or not something's going to fall apart. So sometimes this is going to be your best option, you know, especially if you're going with a wider span, you know, and a wider span, let's just say anything over 16 feet, you could be You could be installing ceiling joists that are going to end up sagging in the future and then end up needing to be replaced. And this isn't what you want. You want something that's going to last for a long time. And sometimes, getting the information from a structural engineer will save you a few bucks in the future.